And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court this afternoon. It's a game of between Alice Lloyd and WVU Tech Golden Bears in this women's game. Alice Lloyd enters the ball game 9-14 overall, 4-8 in league play. Tech is 2-21 overall and 1-11 in league play. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry. Maddie Belcher working here with me this afternoon on into the evening. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Cameron Ball is on camera. Maddie, of course, you know, you are a student at WVU Tech, so I think you are quite familiar with some of the players for the Lady Golden Bears, and they were able to get their first win in 3 months on Saturday up at Summersville, and let's see maybe if they can carry a little bit of that momentum into a win here today.
Yeah, I personally know some of the girls, whether it's through clubs or through classes, very sweet girls and also very hardworking. Yeah, like you said, I'm hoping that they'll carry over, momentum from their last game where they won, and hopefully they'll carry over into this game.
You know, this is the second meeting between these two teams. They played back on the 4th of January at Alice Lloyd, which is, by the way, outside of Hazardous, Kentucky, which you and I were talking about, Maddie, that's where the Dukes of Hazzard, the famous TV show from way back when, that you are familiar with, even though you're only 20 and you weren't around when the original was there. You are still familiar with that.
You underestimate me.
Well, I know. You know, Maddie, you are right, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that because there's such a gap in our ages. I didn't know that you knew all that. Actually, you probably know more than I know, and you have these studious glasses. Too bad the audience can't see because you definitely look smarter than I do.
Hey. You got to like the glasses.
I do. By the way, what I was going to say, back on January the 4th when these two teams played, Alice Lloyd won that game 72-65. For Alice Lloyd, Katie Jo Moore led the way with 25 points in that game. For Tech, Candace Stewart had 18 and Liz Cadle had 10. Tech is still out on the floor warming up. Alice Lloyd has gone to the locker room. We'll take a break and come back, and we're about 2 or 3 minutes away from tipping the game up to, between 9-14, Alice Lloyd, and 2-21, the Golden Bears of Tech. And we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back into the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher, getting you ready for the women's game between Alice Lloyd, 9-14, and the WU Tech Lady Golden Bears, 2-21. This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma with Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game is brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and Modley's, the number to remember is 304-253-HELP. Well, Alice Lloyd, who are wearing the navy blue uniforms trimmed in white. They are 9-14 overall, 4-8 in league play. For their starters, Maddie Belcher has the starting five for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd.
So today their starters are going to be Jamie Cohen, Isaiah Campbell, Katie Jo Moore, Bailey Stewart, and Kyson Ward.
And, you know, we had mentioned on top that in the first meeting, Maddie, that Katie Jo Moore had 25 points against Tech in their first meeting back on January 4th, which Alice Lloyd won 72-65. By the way, Alice Lloyd are 2-9 on the road. For Tech, they are 2-21 overall. And when they won Saturday afternoon up in Summersville, that was 3 months to the day between wins. They had won their first game back on November the 8th, and they didn't win again until February the 8th, which was Saturday. They are 1-11 in league play. They are 2-21 overall, and we'll see if they can put two wins together. Their starting lineup as they introduce it: Candace Stewart, young lady from Greenbrier High School. Also Avery Lewis, a starter. Alexis Sexton, Emmanuel Malafula, and Kennedy Hancock. Hancock had a really good game in the game there Saturday. By the way, in that Tech loss, 72-65, Stewart had 18 and Liz Cadle had 10 off the bench for the Lady Golden Bears. So we'll see what we got here this evening. Alice Lloyd and Tech, and Maddie, I think it ought to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good game, and I'm excited to see, you know, how they play out.
The one thing different in the women's game than the men's game, of course, the men's game, they play two halves, and on the 17th foul, they shoot 1-1. There is no 1-1. They play four quarters. Maddie, I actually like the women's format better.
I agree with you.
I do like it. 4 10-minute quarters. When you get to 5 fouls, it's 2 shots. There's no 1-1, and then the team fouls start all over again every quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right, so that might be the only time that Maddie agrees with me the rest of the broadcast, but at least I got her to agree with me at the beginning of the game, right?
There's one.
All right. And, you know, Maddie, it's okay to agree to disagree, right?
It is.
Not everybody thinks everything alike. But anyway, all right, we're ready to go. It'll be Kennedy in the center circle for WU Tech. Kennedy Hancock in the center circle and will jump against Jane Cowan. And the ball is in the air, and it's controlled by Tech, going to the basket to our right. So looks like quickly going to be man-to-man as a nice drive, and up and under. The bucket is good by Sexton, and Tech's on the board. Got to like that play, Maddie. How you like that, a little drive and up and under?
It was really smooth.
So Tech is going to come out, and they're going to play man-to-man. 18 to shoot. There's a tough shot, and that ball is short. That's put up by Cowan, and back the other way comes Tech. Malafulu into the lane. Here's a shot from 15. It doesn't go. That shot that time was put up by Kennedy Hancock, and back the other way comes Alice Lloyd. There's a Stewart on the floor for Alice Lloyd, and, of course, a Stewart on the floor for Tech. 18 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Here's an open three on the near corner. That's short, and that shot that time was put up by Campbell. And back the other way comes Tech. Here's a three on the right side. Good! Right down the chute. A three ball by Sexton.
And that was just a good-looking shot.
So Maddie, Tech off to a good start here. Back the other way, Alice Lloyd, a 3. It doesn't go. Clearing the rebound is Avery Lucas. Malafula, they cut her off. Little floater by Sexton. She rattles it in. And a touchdown and an extra point, Maddie. And just like that, it's 7-0. And a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here as we watch the replay right here. That's a nice little play here that time. There's the first bucket up and under. Attacking the basket with the finish. And we talked about on top, Maddie, Tech, after going through that miserable losing streak, able to get that win, now carried a lot of momentum here into the first almost 2 minutes of this first quarter.
Yeah, those were some really good plays by Sexton, and I think she's a really talented player, and hopefully, Tech can kind of build off of that momentum for the rest of the game.
So out of the timeout, actually they said a 30-second timeout. Tech sit down, actually supposed to stand during the 30-second timeout. Of course, Maddie, I don't know what your thoughts are. I just wish they would eliminate 30-second timeouts completely and just go to full timeouts. But there's my 2 cents as far as that is concerned. So out of the break, 7-0 Tech. And now there's something between the officials at the scorers table. I'm not really sure what that discussion is about. And I'm not sure what's going on. Apparently, whatever it is, Maddie, they got it worked out.
It looks like it.
So out of the timeout, here's Alice Lloyd. Tech off to a good start as they lead 7-0. That's one thing, too. During, this entire year, Tech has not had very many leads. There's a drive, little short shot off the glass. That's a nice shot that time by Campbell. So out of the timeout, Alice Lloyd able to get their first bucket 2 minutes into the ball game. Tech with good ball movement, 20 to shoot. Nice post play off the glass, and the shot won't go that time by Kennedy Hancock. She had a big game in Summersville on Saturday afternoon. Great low post position down low. The shot won't go. That shot was put up by Cowan, but an offensive rebound. Reset the clock, 18 to shoot. Cowan gets to the rim, puts it up. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Tipped around. That'll go off of Tech. It'll stay with Alice Lloyd. So they got to go retrieve the ball.
And I tell you, that's a long chase when it goes all the way back there.
Yeah, and back there, way behind the basket, to our left behind the screen. So 20 on the shot clock. Well, Maddie, back when you were playing days at high school, would you have liked to have played with the shot clock?
Honestly?
Yes.
Maybe.
You don't know yet?
I don't know. It probably would have been nice, when teams are running down the clock, but at the same time, I don't know.
They turn the ball over. Well, the thing about it is, I think what it does, and you can correct if you disagree or agree, it makes you more efficient because you have to run your sets and your plays, and you have only a certain length of time in which to do it.
Right, I agree.
So 20 to shoot for Tech. Here's Stewart, and I think when she caught the ball, she was out of bounds.
Yeah, I couldn't really see from this angle, but I think you're right.
Yep. So that'll be a turnover for Tech. Alice Lloyd 9-14. Tech is 2-21. Alice Lloyd is 4-8 in league play. Tech is 1-11 in league play. 20 to shoot. There's Cowan down low. She's double teamed. And Campbell will dial it up for 3 right down the chute. So after Tech scored the first 7, Maddie, now Alice Lloyd has come back with the last 5. Here's Stewart with it. 18 to shoot for Tech. They get the ball inside. Hancock will throw it back out. 3 on its way. Good. Boy, Alexis Sexton with a hot hand. Ball's out of bounds, and Alice Lloyd turns it over.
Yeah, like you said a minute ago, I think, these teams are a really good matchup so far.
So let's see. Alice Lloyd will dip into its bench. Moore will check into the ball game for Alice Lloyd. And Kennedy Harville will also check in for the Lady Eagles of Alice Lloyd. Tech ready to dip into its bench on the next dead ball. coming up on the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Like I said, in women they play quarters. Men's they play halves. Here's Stewart. 8 to shoot. Avery on the drive, little floater, it won't go. And Moore clears the rebound for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. Here's an open three straight away. It's short, and ball is out of bounds right here in front of us. That shot that time put up by Harville. As Liz Cadle, of course, as you played with Liz Cadle in your high school days, Maddie, the local product from Beckley. And also into the ball game for Tech is Jaslyn Nixon. Liz Cadle, by the way, perhaps Saturday may have been her best game ever as a member of the Tech, and there's a foul. And what do we got? It's going to be a foul against Alice Lloyd Moore. But, you know, Liz Cadle had 16 points. She played good on both ends of the floor. And that might have been her best overall game since a member of the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Liz is just a really talented player. She's really hardworking. She's probably one of the grittiest players I know.
20 to shoot for Tech. Cadle has it now. She'll dial up for three. It won't go. Nixon with the offensive rebound, though. New clock. Here's Nixon with it. On a drive, Nixon into the corner. Three. It's too strong. That three ball that time put up by Sexton. And back the other way. Here comes Alice Lloyd on the attack. Ball's loose. And Malafulo picks up the loose ball. Manuel Malafulo, her down the lane. Her shot's blocked. Here's a three. It's short, and that three put up by Moore. Nixon with the rebound. 4.5 remaining opening quarter. Nixon down the lane, tacks the basket, puts the short shot up. It won't go. So, Maddie, after we got off to a pretty good start, 10-5, both teams have kind of struggled now shooting the ball.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run.
That's going to be an air ball. That ain't even close.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run at the beginning of the quarter. I think both teams are kind of starting to slow down now. Maybe they can get the momentum back up.
Bailey Stewart checks back in for Alice Lloyd. Barnett will check in for Alice Lloyd. And let's see who else is out on the floor. New player also, or back in the game, is Ward back into the ball game for the Lady Eagles of Alice Lloyd. 17 to shoot. Here's Cadle with it. Cadle around the screen, loses the ball, gets it back, step back 17-footer, not close. Maybe she rushed that perhaps a little much. It seems like we've been stuck on 10-5 here for the last couple of minutes. 18 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Good ball movement. 9 to shoot. Here's a 15-footer is good. 15-footer good by Harville. Tech with it. We got a whistle and we got a foul, I think, away from the ball. And the personal foul is going to be against Moore. And Stewart will check back in for Tech. Also, Kyra Brown in for Tech as well with 20 to shoot, 3:13 for the quarter. And Brown will put the ball in play. Here's Liz Cato on the drive on the baseline. She leans in, shot the ball a little strong. The ball's loose, but coming out of there with it is Alice Lloyd's Barnett. Here's an open look, a three. Good look, it won't go. That shot was by Shelby Stewart. So like I said, there's a Stewart for each team on the floor. Here's Brown with it. Nixon on the drive, puts the shot up. Thought she was fouled, no whistle. Ball's loose in the lane. Still loose. And Tech comes out of there with it. Cadle has it, 10 to shoot. They did not reset the clock. Brown will dial it up from three and hit. Right down the chute for Kara Brown.
That was a good-looking shot.
Yes, it was.
It left her hand.
20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Get the ball into the lane. Ball off the glass. That's too strong. Good defense by Liz Cadle. That shot was put up by Stewart. And here's Brown with it for Tech, coming up on the 2-minute mark of the quarter. 20 to shoot for Tech. Here's Brown on a cut. And she did the right thing, just a little too strong with the shot that time, Maddie.
Yeah.
A right move. You know, they found the cutter. Maybe a little bit more under control. Here's a 3-ball on its way. That won't go. That 3-ball put up by Ward. And here's Liz Cadle with it. Minute and a half remaining opening quarter. Cadle to Stewart. Stewart into the lane. Puts the short shot up and good. And this is now the biggest lead of the game for Tech. They scored the first 7. They got up to a 7-0 lead. Now the lead at 8. There's a 3 back the other way that graces the front of the rim. That was put up by Katie Jo Moore. Moore had 25 in the first game against Tech back on January the 4th. Here's Brown. Brown on the drive. Brown leans in off the glass, up and in. Nice play by Kara Brown, and the lead's up to 10.
I really like that little hesitation she had and got by the second defender.
Yeah, that's a good move. That's a little playground kind of move, a little short hesitation and then explosion to the basket. Final 43 seconds of the quarter, 15 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. There's a drive into the lane, off the glass, up and in. That's a nice shot by Bailey Stewart. There's about 4 seconds difference, Maddie, between the game clock and the shot clock. And Brown will yo-yo it up and down with 19 to shoot. Handed off to Liz Cadle. Cadle shaking and baking. Cadle on the drive. Contact, lay it up and in, and she draws the foul. That's a nice move by Liz Cadle.
That was a really good take.
So I like as we watch the replay here, Maddie, right there, Liz Cadle. Yep, a little shaking and baking, trying to break down the defender. Felt the contact and got it up on the glass, a little kiss off the glass for the hoop, and now trying to polish off the three-point play.
Yes.
Cadle at the free throw line. She can't connect on the three-point play. Final 8 seconds of the quarter. 10-point lead equals the largest lead of the game. And the shot is put up. It won't go. It's short, and that's how the quarter will end. At the end of one, Tech with its largest lead of the game, a 10-point advantage. It's the Golden Bears of WU Tech 19 and the Alice Lloyd Eagles 9. We'll take a break. Be back for the second quarter coming up next here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're all unique. Every nugget you look at is its own different special little nugget. They're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, that flavor is always poppin'.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Also, the game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel Rewards Program. You can dine, shop, and earn. I had my pregame meal at Cracker Barrel, and you can join them at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Well, Tech with a 10-point advantage at the end of the quarter. As we take a look at the shooting, Tech was 8 of 18 from the floor. They were 3 of 5 of downtown and 0-1 from the line. While Alice Lloyd, they were 4 of 15 from the floor, just 1 of 7, Maddie, from behind the arc, as that was the first quarter numbers. Ready to start the second quarter, 10-point lead. This equals the largest lead of the game. And Alice Lloyd will have first crack at it, and here's a little 10-footer left of the lane is good, and that shot put up by Bailey Stewart. Now, Maddie, looks like that the Eagles of Alice Lloyd extended the pressure, making Tech work it to get the ball up the floor, and there's a foul. Alexis Sexton will get to the free throw line, and she will shoot a pair. So Sexton will step up to the line, shoot 2. Sexton had a big first quarter. She had 10 points in that quarter. And now with that made free throw, that gives her 11. So Sexton has scored as many as Alice Lloyd has. And the second free throw is also good. That gets the lead back to 10. This is the third time in the game that Tech is led by 10. Nice pass down low and a catch, shoot, and score by Bailey Stewart.
That was a great look.
Yeah, great pass. Now let's see if Tech can handle the pressure. And where you don't want to pick the ball up is right there at midcourt,
yeah.
right? So a minute into the second quarter, 17 to shoot. Here's a high ball screen. Nice drive. Count it if it goes. Nope. I beg your pardon. They'll say it's on the floor. I thought they were going to count that as Amala Fula went hard to the basket.
Yeah, I thought they would count that as a shooting foul too.
And, you know, Maddie, what I thought was kind of funny about that is Malafula was saying set a screen to go right, and she ended up going left. You know, she set the screen like she was going to come around the screen, and she ended up going the opposite direction.
Ah.
Here's a 3 up and in. Stewart rains a 3. Biggest lead of the game right here at 11 for Tech. 3 ball back at you in the corner. It won't go. That ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll go over to Tech. So Saturday afternoon, there'll be a doubleheader, a 1 o'clock game for the men's and a 3 o'clock game for the women's. And it'll be Rio Grande that will be here at the Raleigh County Convention Center to take on Tech. Video Productions will have both of those games. Bill O'Brien, Mark Montgomery will have those. Eric Thomas and I will be at Shady High School for Fairmont at Shady Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and then Saturday night on this floor at 7:30. It'll be Riverside and Beckley in a boys' high school game, and Eric Thomas and I will have that. So, Maddie, a very busy Saturday.
Very busy.
Our crew will be very, very busy. I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher here in Beckley. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Cameron Ball on camera. New player into the ball game for Tech, and that new player is Abby Eastman. 10 to shoot. Spin, and that shot was taken by Kennedy Hancock, a little strong. And back the other way, here's Campbell with it. Pass it around the horn. Here's an open look for 3. It won't go. You know, it's one thing, Maddie. Both teams are letting the 3 go. Not either team have had, I guess, minimal success. That shot is just inside the three-point line by Eastman. It won't go.
Yeah, I don't think either team's really gotten, hot on their shots yet.
Well, in the first quarter, Alice Lloyd was only 1 of 7 from downtown. And as soon as I say as we say that, there's a 3 ball right there. That 3 ball was knocked down by Shelby Stewart. Yeah, you know, Maddie, the longer you keep broadcasting, you will find out that there might be such a thing as a broadcaster's jinx or reverse jinx. I don't know. Momentum is real. The broadcaster's jinx might be real as well, as Amafula can't finish as she goes hard to the basket.
And where Abby Eastman caught in the corner, she had a wide open look, but she chose to, dish it to her teammate.
Yep. Stewart with the rebound for Tech. Stewart will dial it up for 3. It won't go. It's a little short, and it'll go out of bounds over to the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. Checking back into the ball game will be Avery Lucas. So glad you're with us here on Video Productions here at the Raleigh County Convention Center with Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry. Tech's biggest lead was 11. The lead's 8 now. 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Here's Campbell with it, and she simply just throws it away. I think she threw it to the invisible player.
Maybe she saw someone standing up on the bench.
Must have.
And just threw it.
Here's Amafula with it. Stewart on the drive, and she'll draw the foul. That'll be on the floor. That'll be the third team foul on Alice Lloyd, and that'll be the first personal foul on Stewart. So how about that? Stewart found Stewart. You know, Abby, one time I did a game years ago on radio when Liberty was playing West Side as the ball's knocked out of bounds. There were out of the 10 players, 3 of them were named Toller and 3 of them were named Cook.
Wow.
Between the two teams. How about that? It looked like they were all, I guess, pass it to themselves. Cook to Cook, over to Toller, back to Cook. Down low into the paint, little short shot. Won't go that time for Kennedy Hancock. Hancock having a real tough time of it. She had a really good game in Summersville, as I mentioned, on Saturday, but not getting those shots to fall here. Here's a 15-footer straight away, rattled in and good by Cowan. A mini 5-0 run, and that's cut Tech's lead from 11 to 6 as Stewart goes down the lane and she draws the foul. She finishes it and has a chance to polish off a three-point play.
Yeah, that was a really good take by Stewart. She took it, strong. She didn't shy away from the defense.
So Nixon will check back into the ball game for Tech. And Maddie, Stewart shoots such a good from distance. You got to get out on her, and then when you come out on her, she's able to take you off the dribble, get into the lane as she did that time, and get the ball just right in front of the rim.
Right. She's able to shoot and drive.
So it'll be Candace Stewart, trying to polish off a three-point play. And the free throw is good, and Liz Cato will check back into the lineup as Cato will check in for Stewart. And here's Campbell with it. There's a drive on the baseline. They got 18 to shoot. Good ball movement. Campbell pulls up at the elbow. Here's a 3-ball straight away. That 3 is no good by Moore. And here's Malafula. .20 to shoot for Tech. Cato with it in the corner. Malafula through the contact. A wild-looking shot. It won't go, but an offensive rebound. New clock for Tech. Good hustle that time by Avery Lucas. As Sexton will dial up the 3. Lucas with another offensive rebound. Here's Nixon. Tacks the basket, and she'll draw the foul. That time, Maddie, Tech was just going to keep shooting until they made it.
Yeah, that was just good hustle. I mean, she didn't give up on the ball. She didn't give up on the possession.
So Nixon will get to the line to shoot 2. When we was doing the game in Summersville, you look at Nixon with her long hair, and I was like, maybe I don't want her to cut it because it's beautiful hair, but I couldn't see her jersey number because her long hair is right there down the spine of her back there. First free throw is good. And she makes 1 of 2. The second free throw is not good, coming up on the 5-minute mark here of the second quarter. Pass inside into the lane. The shot doesn't go, but there's going to be a foul on Tech. That's a good hard move that time by Jamie Cowan. And Cowan will step up the line to shoot 2. But before we have free throws, we'll have a timeout. 4:58 for the half. Tech has led by as many as 11. The lead's 10 now, 28-18. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
4:58 remaining in the first half. It's a 10-point Tech lead. And, Maddie, you have some up-to-date numbers.
So far for the second quarter of the game, Alice Lloyd is 8 for 23 in field goal attempts, and 2 out of 11 of those were three-pointers, and then they are 0 free throws.
Until now, this is the first free throws they're taking,
So
and the
now
first
they're
one is
1 for
good.
1.
1 for 1 as soon as you were saying that.
Tech's 10 for 27 in field goal attempts. 4 out of 8 of those are three-pointers, and 4 out of 6 free throws.
So 1 of 2 is made, and on the rebound, the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech. But, yeah, as you were saying, they hadn't attempted a free throw yet. As you were saying that, they shoot 2, and they make 1 of 2. They'll extend the pressure with 28 to shoot. Sexton had a hot hand in that first quarter. She had 10 points. Here's Cato with a nice pass to Nixon, and Nixon couldn't finish. That's a beautiful pass by Cato.
Yeah, that was a good play, just not able to finish.
Here's Campbell. She sees an opening, passes up the 3, makes a nice pass. There's a 3, and that's going to be a foul. And that's what you don't ever want to do when you close out. You don't want to foul a three-point shooter. And that is such one of the cardinal sins of defense. And I'm sure you playing at Beckley and playing for Coach Brian Neighbors, who is such predicates a lot on defense, that is something I'm sure that if you've done that in a game, you would hear about it, as the first of 3 is no good by Moore.
Yeah, it's definitely not a foul you want to commit, especially when, she's already shot, she's already back on the ground, and then you foul her.
Second free throw is good. And here comes the third opportunity. And she only connects on 1 of 3. 4.5 to go to halftime. Halftime, we'll recap the first half in the Massey Power Sports halftime show. Here's Sexton with 20 to shoot. Down the lane, tacks the basket. A wild-looking shot, and it goes in. Wow. That's what you call living right, because I'll be honest with you, Maddie, when she started to shoot that shot, I didn't think it was going in. Did you?
No.
No, I did not think that was going in.
I can't say I was confident.
And there's a Tech foul, and that'll get the Eagles more to the free throw line, as Stewart will check back in. Hancock will also check back in. Brown will also check in. So Tech's lead is 10. They've led by as many as 11. And Moore will get to the line to shoot 2. And the first free throw is good. So that will cut the Tech lead to single digits. Second free throw is good as well. Here's Liz Cadle in the front court. Cadle is going to try to get the ball inside, Maddie, to Hancock, and I think Cadle thought Hancock was zigging, and she zagged.
Yeah, I could see the look. She just went the opposite way.
Yeah. Said we was running zig, and that time Hancock ran zag. But Tech turns him over. Here's Brown on the attack. .20 to shoot. Here's Cadle with it. Thinking about the 3. Shaking and baking. 15-footer straight away. Short. Battle for the rebound. Campbell comes out of there with it. Campbell whips a pass inside. A nice pass and a nice finish that time. Cowan able to finish. What was 11-point lead a minute ago, Maddie's now been cut to 6.
It's a little too close for comfort for Tech, I imagine.
Brooklyn Davis will check in to get her first action. So 3:10 left in the half. 23 to shoot. Here's Brown with it. Here's Stewart dialing up for 3. That's a little strong. And they battle for the rebound, and it's off the leg there and off the hands that time of Brooklyn Davis, who just checked into the lineup. So, Maddie, here's a chance for Alice Lloyd to get a little closer.
Yeah, only 6 points of a difference. I think Tech definitely doesn't want to end the half that way.
We got a held ball, and the arrow will turn it over to Tech. Alice Lloyd 9-14 overall, 4-8 in league play. Tech is 2-21 overall, 1-11 in league play. Obviously, there will be no postseason for Tech. They take the top 4 in each side of the conference. Of course, Tech will not qualify for that. They're just playing out the string. Is Brown able to get the short shot and get the roll? But you know, Matt, it must have been tough going through that 18-game losing streak. You hadn't won in 3 months till the day until they won on Saturday, and I'm sure it was like relief, like the monkey was lifted off their back. Down low, little scoop shot won't go. That scoop shot was put up by Stewart. And now here is Tech Stewart, a deep three, in and out, heartbreak. I thought that ball was going to.
I thought it was
going to go in. Yep. 24 to shoot for Alice Lloyd, and they throw it away. So Tech with an 8-point advantage. They led by 10 at the end of the quarter. They've led by as many as 11. And really, they've really controlled, wouldn't you say, Maddie, this first half?
Yeah, I would agree.
So if you're Tech, you're thinking you want to be able to finish the half strong. 20 to shoot. They try to get the ball inside, and they turn it over. And now we got a foul. And I think they'll get Candace Stewart with her hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. I think it got a little tangled up under the rim right there.
So that's the 4th team foul on Tech here in the last minute and a half. So both teams now be over the limit. Here's a good look, a 3-ball, and it's short. That 3-ball was put up by Ward. And coming down with the rebound is Lucas. Here's Brown with it now. 20 on the shot clock. Give and go, beautiful offense, and Stewart will draw the foul and get to the line. Well, you got to like that, right, Maddie?
Yeah, that was a good take.
You pass the ball off to the side, then you cut to the basket, and you get it back. You give it up, then you get it back.
Hey, it's like a reward.
So back into the game will be Cowan. Will be 2 shots coming for Stewart. First free throw by Stewart is good. She can make this. She can get the lead back up to double digits. Second free throw on its way. She got them both, and it's back to a 10-point advantage. That was the advantage at the end of the first quarter. Tech has led by as many as 11. So right now, Maddie, they played even here in the second quarter up to this point, coming up on the final minute of the quarter. Drive into the lane, that's going to be a foul on Tech. That foul will go against Kennedy Hancock, and that'll get Jamie Cowan to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, well, they said Olivia Moore, but actually it was Cowan. Moore looked like she tried to sneak in there, Maddie, and get to the line. No, they just mentioned the wrong girl in the PA because Moore got to the line like she was shooting, but the right person is Cowan, and that's who should be at the line, and she will shoot a pair. As the free throw's no good. That's the one thing, Maddie, and you've been with video productions for a while. The video does not lie. The video tells all.
That's true.
You can't escape from the video, right?
No, you can't. If only we could use that,
That's
for
right.
replays.
Well, actually, you can. This league allows.
Oh, really?
Yes, this league allows that. In fact, that's part of the deal that the home team must provide a streaming company because we've had in other games officials can look at our review, our slow motion. And, of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, does a great job of having it ready whenever the officials need it. All right. If they go quick, they can go 2 for 1. Into the lane, tough shot. That's a little strong that time by Hancock. The ball's loose on the floor. Good hustle. 11 to shoot for Tech. The shot clock does not reset. Brown on the baseline, a little floater that's short. And now it will reset because the ball hit the rim. And a 15-footer won't go. Ball's still loose. Was like a hot potato, like nobody wanted it right there. And the arrow will turn it over to Alice Lloyd.
Well, even though Alice Lloyd gets the ball, you got to hand it over to Tech for having such good hustle.
So let's see if Alice Lloyd will hold it for the final shot of the half. Shot clock's turned off. Final 24 seconds of half number 1. Here's a 3 dialed up. It won't go. That 3 was put up by Cowan. And now Tech will have the last opportunity. Brown with 9 left in the half. Sexton turns the corner. There's a drive on the baseline, up and in. A nice shot by Davis just ahead of the horn. And at the break, this 11-point advantage will equal the largest lead of the first half. It's Tech 36, Alice Lloyd 25. We'll take a break, come back and get you ready for the Massey Power Sports halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Cameron Ball on camera at the break. Tech is in front. They have an 11-point advantage over Alice Lloyd, 36-25. That was their largest lead of the game on a couple occasions by 11. Today's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation and Exit Elevation Realty, Luke Richmond, the broker, 304-256-0101. You can check them out at www.exitelevation.com. And also the game brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night from 10 o'clock to midnight. And you can reserve your lane by dialing 304-253-7328 for Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. All right, it's an 11-point advantage for Tech. They led by 10 at the end of the quarter. They led 19-9, and actually they got off to a good start, Maddie. They scored the first 7 points of the ball game, touchdown and an extra point. How you like that? A little football reference. They got off to a 7-0 lead. They led 19-9 at the quarter. They led by as many as 11 on a couple different occasions. That's the lead now at 11, 36-25.
Yeah, Tech had a really good run at the beginning of the half, and I think, Alice Lloyd got a little warmed up, and now both teams are, I think it's a pretty good matchup, and I'm excited to see what the second half has.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers. Maddie will have team and individual totals for you, and we'll do that on the flip side here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show with Tech leading 36-25. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here in the Massey Power Sports halftime show. At the break, this equals the largest lead of the game at 11, 36-25. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. And I'm going to have me a nice cold blue can of Pepsi while Maddie gives you the numbers of the first half.
All right. So at the end of the first half, it is Tech 36 and Alice Lloyd 25. Alice Lloyd so far, they have 9 for 27 field goals attempted, and then Tech has 13 of 36. Alice Lloyd has 2 out of 13. Of those were 3-pointers, and then out of those for Tech, 4 out of 9 were 3-pointers. And then for free throws, Alice Lloyd was 5 for 9, and Tech was 6 for 8. Individual scores, Jamie Cowan had 6 points. Isaiah Campbell had 5. Bailey Stewart had 6. Olivia Moore had 3. Ashton Barrett had 2. And Shelby Stewart had 3. And then for Tech, Cadence Stewart had 10. Alexis Sexton had 14. Kyra Brown had 7. Brooklyn Davis with 2. Liz Cadle with 2. And Jaslyn Nixon with 1.
Yeah, so for Tech, the 1-2 punch, 14 points for Sexton. Most of those came in the first quarter. I think she got 10 of the 14 points she scored in that half in the first quarter, and then Stewart with 10. So pretty balance for Tech. They'd like to have maybe a little bit more balance with 2 players there in double figures. But for Alice Lloyd, Tech's defense has been really good. Alice Lloyd, like you said, really didn't shoot the ball all that well. Just 9 of 27 from the floor and just 2 of 13 from downtown. And the fact that, that's pretty good for Tech. They made 4 of 9 from downtown, but getting to the line, making 6 out of 8.
Yeah, 6 out of 8 is a really good percentage. And like you said, I think Tech's just done really well on defense. Both teams have had good runs. And we'll just see how they play out in the second half.
Well, Maddie, that's why they play 4 quarters, 2 halves, because it's an 11-point lead, and Tech is led by 11. This is the 3rd different time, and this equals the largest lead. Tech trying to pay them back for the January 4th win by Alice Lloyd when they played over at Alice Lloyd. Alice Lloyd won that game 72-65, so we're still a long way away from deciding this. We'll take a break, come back, and we're about 5 minutes away of starting the second half. 36-25 is the lead for Tech. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckman. We won't be beat.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but moves. Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, camera ball on camera. And Maddie, we're about 3 minutes away from starting the second half. Tech leading by 11, 36-25. Tech trying to put together a streak after losing 18 in a row. They got off the schneid with the win Saturday afternoon against Indiana of Columbus. And with that win, they have carried that momentum into this game here. They have led so far from the opening tip till now. But as we mentioned in our last segment, that's why you play 4 quarters and 2 halves. The game is far from over. But right now, I think if you're Coach Osborne for Tech, you've got to like what you saw in that first half.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Tech definitely is using momentum from their last game where they won, but also from their last game where they faced off with Alice Lloyd where they lost. And I think, if Tech can get on another run like they did the beginning of the first quarter, I think this will be a good second half for Tech.
So Tech is back out on the floor and going through a few warm-ups, and now here comes Alice Lloyd, by the way, to let you know what else is going on tonight. Video Productions will have a high school game. It'll be Bluefield against Shady. That's a makeup game from about a week and a half ago. They'll play tonight at Shady Spring High School. That game will tip about 7:15. So for our crew here, other than Maddie and I, for Cameron Ball, our cameraman, and heavy hitter, our producer and director, they're going to have to get out. We'll have to have a quick wrap-up, Maddie, because they got to get to Shady, and they got to run the camera and produce and direct this. Bill O'Brien and Mark Montgomery will have that. Now, Saturday, Tech will be back in this building at the Raleigh County Convention Center. It will be a doubleheader. They'll take on Rio Grande. The men's game will tip at 1. The women's game will tip at 3. Bill O'Brien and Mark Montgomery will have that. Also Saturday afternoon on Video Productions at 2 o'clock, Eric Thomas and I will be at Shady Spring High School, and a rivalry will be renewed. It'll be Fairmont and Shady as they've been battling for the state championship over the last several years, and they'll go at it on Saturday afternoon at Shady. And then, Maddie, after that, Eric and I will make our way over here to the Raleigh County Convention Center, and we'll have a high school game between Beckley and Riverside. So a very busy Saturday
Y'all
afternoon.
Are some busy bees.
That's right. Hopefully we'll be able to work you in to the February 22nd date in this building. That'll be the middle school championships. I do believe you worked it with Eric and I last year. And there'll be 4 games that day. Of course, it'll be the boys and girls third place game, and then, of course, the boys and girls championship. And that'll be a full day of basketball. Hopefully you'll be available to work with us on that day. But we got a lot of other basketball between now and then, and we'll see how it all works out. All right, ready to start second half. Once again, it's an 11-point advantage, 36-25 for Tech. They've led from the opening tip as we get ready to start the third quarter. In fact, Tech scored the first 7 points of the game, Maddie, and they've really never looked back. They've basically been in control the entire first half.
Yeah, Tech's definitely been up, the whole game. And I think if they can keep that control and just keep that momentum going in the second half, this game may play out in their favor.
All right, ready to start the second half, and Tech will have the first possession, so they'll have first crack at it. Let's see, it looks like the same starting 5 for Tech that started the game will start the half. And there's the warning buzzer. And I guess I can call it a buzzer, a horn, whatever you want to call it, right?
Whichever one works.
Whichever one works.
Whichever one you feel like.
Whichever one I feel like. The warning, I don't think nobody ever says the warning horn, the warning buzzer.
Warning horn.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. All right, so here's Tech. They'll get first crack at it. We start the second half. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Here from Beckley, I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher. Or can I say Maddie B?
Maddie B.
Maddie B, that's your stage name. How you like that? Here's Stewart dialing up for a 3 and right down the chute. That play happened, Maddie, right in front of us. And with that 3 ball by Stewart, biggest lead of the game right here by Tech at 14. Down low, the little short shot doesn't go. That shot that time put up by Cowan, and back the other way comes Tech. Right down the lane, the layup is good by Kennedy Hancock. And Tech, with their biggest lead of the game at 16 as they scored the first 5, the first 2 possessions of the second half. Here's a 3, which is an air ball. And, Maddie, when you look at this Tech team, you wouldn't think, if you didn't have any idea that at one point they'd lost 18 in a row and at one point they were only 2-21, they sure don't look like that kind of team.
Yeah, they're a really talented team, and they play well together.
They're trying to put together some momentum going into the offseason. They will not, obviously, with the record they have, they will not be a part of the conference play. As they got a new player into the ball game, and that's her now, Nixon. Nixon goes up, lays it up and in with the left hand. And Tech right off the bat is a 7-0 run. That's how they started the game, Maddie. A 7-0 run, and there's an offensive foul. So they start the game 7-0, and now they start the second half the same way they started the game with a 7-0 run.
Yeah, they're definitely, I think Tech definitely has control of the floor right now. And if it goes the same way as the last half, they'll win at the end of the game.
With an 18-point advantage. And, throughout the course of this season, it's been tough. And to have a 20-point lead, this is the first time that Tech has had, I'm sure, a 20-point lead at any point this season. As they're on a 9-0 run to start the second half, and they've opened up a 20-point lead. And see, sometimes, Maddie, what a little momentum will do for you. There's a short shot with 11 on the clock. Stewart clears the rebound. Sometimes it just takes, you get off the snide a little bit, you get one, and then that's like free throws, right? One player starts making them, they all start making them, right? Like in baseball, one player gets a hit, then they all get a hit, right? Here's a deep 3, and that doesn't go. That 3 that time put up by Sexton. Sexton had 14 in that first half. Down low, the little short shot up and in. Nice post play that time of Cowan. So that'll stop a 9-0 run to start the half, Maddie. Tech with 20 to shoot. Here's Stewart. In and out, heartbreak. That ball was halfway down and popped back out on her.
I thought it was in.
Here's a 12-footer from the right side, no good. An offensive rebound. The putback is good, and the putback is in by Ward. But if you're Alice Lloyd, Maddie, you have to get some stops like they did right there. They try and take over. You got to get stops. You got to chip away at the lead a little bit at a time.
It's like they read your mind.
Yep. 3 is good. As Bailey Stewart knocks it down. And, there's a foul. But all of a sudden, though, Maddie, it's a 7-0 run. It was a 20-point lead, and just like that, 7 straight by Alice Lloyd, and they've cut the lead to 13.
Yeah, I think if you're Alice Lloyd, like you said, you definitely want to get some stops and chip away at that deficit, little by little. And I think that's what they're doing right now, getting stops and getting little shots here and there.
Little by little, that was a great song back in the day. Are you familiar with that from Led Zeppelin and Robert Plant, Little by Little?
No.
All right,
I can't say I am. I like Led Zeppelin.
All right, well, you need to Google that, Little by Little. Is Liz Cato into the lineup now for Tech, 10 to shoot. Ball's knocked free. And what do we got? We got a held ball and good defense that time by Alice Lloyd. They turn them over. So, you were down 20 for Alice Lloyd. If you can cut this lead in half and get it to within 10 by the end of the quarter, and they've already scored 7 in a row, and they've cut it to 13, try to get it, or perhaps into single digits.
Right.
To try to make a run in that fourth quarter. And we got a held ball, and Tech will turn them back over. I think the girls collided heads. That hurt me over here.
Yeah.
Let's go have to check on the young lady for Tech. She's in a lot of pain. I think that is, I can't quite see who that is.
I think it's 33.
Is that, and that would be Nixon.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yes.
So while they attend to Nixon, we'll take a quick break, be right back on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckman. We won't be beat.
We're back here in Beckley. The young lady Nixon had to take her off the floor there, Maddie. I think she's going to be okay. As here's a shot there on the right side. That shot was put up by Avery Lucas, and on the rebound, there's going to be a foul. Or maybe not a foul, just the ball out over to Alice Lloyd. But Maddie, Tech got off to this, had a 20-point lead at 45-25, and they've been stuck on 45 for about the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think they hit maybe like a little plateau, but, if they can get their momentum back up, I think they can, get a drive on them.
They got to get a stop right here as Cowan goes to the basket. They cut her off, 7 to shoot. Moore will dial it up from downtown. That's not even close. And here's Cato with it. Tech had led by 20, and Alice Lloyd has scored 7 in a row. Here's Brown to get the ball inside. Good passing. Cato was open on the drive, and are they going to call an offensive foul? I think they are. She cleared out. And they will call an offensive foul. If you watch the replay here, I think that's a really good call. And Cato did this the other afternoon up at Summersville. As she went to the basket, she kind of used the arm bars. We watched the play right there at the end of it, but she did. She kind of cleared out there. 17-footer, needs a row and got it. And that bucket is good by Katie Jo Moore. So they've cut the lead. It was 45-25. They scored 9 in a row as that shot is short by Cato. And Tech has gone cold and really flat, Maddie, here in these last 2.5 minutes or so.
Yeah, and if you're Alice Lloyd, you kind of want to take, advantage of that, get some stops.
Alice Lloyd was down 20 a minute ago, and there's an offensive foul. That's a good defensive play that time by Alexis Sexton to take the charge. As Stewart will check back into the Tech lineup, and also Davis will check into the lineup. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 4.5 remaining third quarter. As we go to break, it's a 45-34 lead for Tech. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing. Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Well, Maddie, the shooting has gone cold because I think it's so cold in this building. That's why Tech shooting has gone cold. I'm over here freezing to death. In fact, the young lady who brings us the stats, she's got her furry coat on.
I don't blame her.
Yes. Here's Tech with it. Stewart, 20 to shoot, into the lane. Eastman into the ball game. Here's Brown with it now, and it's stolen. Going in coast to coast, laying it up and in. Good. That's a nice play by Barrett. And all of a sudden, single digits. Here's Davis on the drive, and she throws it to us, throwing it away. But Tech had raced out to a 45-25 lead. Since then, Alice Lloyd, Maddie, has scored 11 in a row, and with an even 4 minutes left in the third, got down to now single digits.
Yeah, I think Alice definitely has, a run over Tech at the moment.
I think in this third quarter, Alice Lloyd has had more Lloyd than they've had Alice. 14 to shoot. There's a three. It's good, and Liz Cadle commits the foul. An opportunity for a 4-point play as Moore drains the three ball. And all of a sudden, that 20-point lead has been trimmed to 6. And if Moore is successful on the free throw, that could cut the lead to 5 as Liz Cadle's picked up her second personal foul, the team's second, and Moore will try to polish off a 4-point play. Moore's free throw is good. It's a 15-0 run by Alice Lloyd to cut the 20-point lead to 5. Here's Brown on the take. Brown, a scoop shot, a little too hard. And Tech, like I said, Maddie, they've been stuck on 45 for about 4 minutes. As that shot is no good and it's out of bounds, and it'll stay with Alice Lloyd with 20 to shoot.
Yeah, I think if you're Alice Lloyd, you definitely want to keep using this momentum and, only 5 more points and you're ahead of Tech.
Tech scored the first 9 to start the second half, and now Alice Lloyd has scored the last 15. And they've cut the 20-point lead to 5, and we got traveling as Alice Lloyd will turn it over. Tech led 19-9 at the quarter. They led 36-25 at the half, which at that time, that was the third 11-point lead, which was the largest lead of the first half. They ballooned that lead out to 20. And now a 15-0 run by Alice Lloyd has trimmed the lead to 5. as Alexis Sexton will put the ball in play, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech. Tech very fortunate there, Maddie. They didn't turn it over.
Yeah, that was kind of an iffy pass.
Very dangerous pass.
Yeah, I could see where, if there's only one defender and you lead the other Tech player. But
So coming up on the 3-minute mark, it seems like days since the last time Tech has scored. They've gone into a real drought, 12 to shoot. Here's Brown, and we got a kick ball. And they'll reset the clock to 20, and it'll be side out right here in front of us as Tech will have it. Tech very fortunate there, Maddie, that they didn't lose the possession.
Right. Hopefully this will, kind of help Tech have a reset and be able to run a play.
Yeah. They've got to run a set play. They need a basket in the worst way as Brown goes off the dribble, and just what the doctor ordered if you're a Tech fan. That snaps a 15-0 run by Alice Lloyd. Takes the lead to 7 for Tech. 2.5 to go here in the third. Cowan faked the three on the drive. That three's going to be way too strong. But Moore runs down the rebound. Here's a three from the corner. That's no good. And Cowan runs down the rebound. So this is the third opportunity for Alice Lloyd. 14-footer won't go. And the rebound is by Sexton for Tech. .20 to shoot. And Brown with 15 to shoot. She'll dial up a three, in and out, heartbreak. And the rebound is to Katie Jo Moore. Bounce pass down low to Cowan. Nice find by Moore, and Cowan able to catch, shoot, and score. Cut the Tech lead to 5. There's a nice take to the basket, a nice finish by Manny Malafula. Lead back to 7. Tech looks like now maybe going to play a little zone here. .15 to shoot. There's a drive to the basket, no whistle. Thought there was a foul, as that was Shelby Stewart. Back the other way is Brown with it. Final minute of the quarter. Sexton with it now, 18 to shoot. Malafula is fouled on the drive, and that'll be side out with 20 to shoot, 49-9 for the third. So Nixon, who was shaken up earlier in the game, will check back in. Zamafula will put the ball in play on the baseline. And they'll have 20 to shoot. If they go real quick, Maddie, they can go 2 for 1. And there's a double dribble, and they turn it over.
Yeah, I think if you're Tech, you definitely, want to slow down a little bit and take your time to run a set.
But right now, if you're Alice Lloyd, we talked about if you can get it to 10, they've got it to 7, and a chance to get a little closer. 5 with the 2 or 4 with the 3. And Alice Lloyd will have the momentum going into the fourth quarter, no matter whether that shot goes in or not, and it goes in by Stewart. And all of a sudden, they've cut the lead to 4. The 20-point lead has gone away in the final 20 seconds here of the third quarter. Here's Stewart with it for Tech. Stewart turns the corner, attacks the basket, puts it up. Count it if it goes, and Stewart is fouled. And a much-needed basket for Tech. Stewart will polish off the three-point play. Lead 7. Last shot time for Alice Lloyd. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Going to have to get the shot up. Cowan's got it. 3 seconds. Cowan tacks the basket. Shot's blocked from behind with .2. You cannot get a shot off in .2.
I don't even think you can get it in with .2.
Well, you can lob it in, but it has to be .3 to actually catch and shoot it. and that's by rule. Right there's what they did. They try to lob it in, and it's not successful, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, Tech's 11-point lead and 1 point led by 20 has been trimmed to 7. It's a 52-45 lead for Tech headed to the fourth quarter. We'll be right back with that final quarter after this on Video Productions.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but move! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nick Eskin's doing a great job, as always, producing and directing Camera Ball and Camera. I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher. Maddie, it's been quite a game. A nice, strong third quarter there by Alice Lloyd. They were down by as many as 20 in that third, and we said if they could just cut the lead in half to 10, they would be in great shape. Well, they did better than that. They cut it to 7. Tech will have first possession of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has definitely been a really entertaining game, given Tech's run at the beginning of both the first and second half. And like you said, Alice Lloyd was down by 20 at one point. Now they're down by 7. This has just been a really entertaining and fun game to watch.
So there's Stewart on the drive. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech, left 17 to shoot. This is the first possession of the fourth quarter. Tech has led the entire way. They scored the first 7 points of the game, and actually, since then, Maddie, they've played even because as Tech throws it away. It was 7-0 to start the game, and since then, the difference is 7. So that first couple of minutes, they've been even ever since.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how important the entire game is. But Tech turns it over. Alice Lloyd has got as close as 4. And they have an opportunity to cut into the lead with this trip here on the offensive end. Work the ball around the horn, 15 to shoot. Here's Cowan, thought about the 3, puts it on the deck, pulls up, baseline shot, won't go, and Nixon will clear the rebound for Tech. Here's Stewart on the move. Tech with 20 to shoot. Liz Cadle with it now. Eight to shoot. Tough shot, and it's good by Avery Lucas. That was a big shot, Maddie. The clock was running down, and she just kind of threw it up there from the foul line. And
I don't even think she thought it was going to go in.
Nothing but net. Here's Campbell, and that's short. Cadle runs down the rebound. Maybe see if Tech can try to reestablish a little momentum here. Stewart will dial it up for 3, right down the chute, right here in front of us, and just like that, a nice little 5-0 run to start the quarter, and it's a double-digit lead back to 12. There's a 3. Nixon clears the rebound. Tech on the move. Cadle will step back, get the ball down low, Nixon. And Nixon has the ball knocked free with 15 to shoot.
And that was good ball movement. Just, wasn't able to get the shot up.
That dribble kind of got away from Cadle, but she was able to get it to Nixon. Nixon down the lane, and the shot hits the front of the rim. Here's Campbell with it. Nice bounce pass down inside, and there's a foul on Tex Nixon. And that will get Bailey Stewart to the free throw line as Moore will check in for the Lady Eagles of Alice Lloyd. And also, I do believe that is, see who else is checking in. I believe that is Moore. Katie Jo Moore checks in. A couple of free throws here for Bailey Stewart. So 7:44 left in the game. The free throw is good. Tech is led by as many as 20. Alice Lloyd has gotten as close as 4. And the lead's 11 right now. And both free throws are successful by Bailey Stewart. And that trims the lead to 10. So at this point, Maddie, they have cut it in half as Liz Cadle gets free for a layup. There's a pass down low, backing in, and Nixon will commit the foul. And that was kind of tough. It looked like all that Nixon was just trying to just go up straight, but apparently she got her with the body. And Bailey Stewart will get back to the line, as Kennedy Hancock will check back into the ball game. Sexton also back into the ball game for Tech. And Bailey Stewart, who just was at the free throw line a minute ago, will get right back to the line, and that one will not go. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 is made. And the lead's 11.
So far, Bailey Stewart is 3 for 4 in her free throws.
Liz Cadle attacks the basket, and the shot hit the side of the backboard, but Tech able to keep it alive. 18 to shoot. Sexton, she made her move, she fell down, and Tech calls a timeout. So 7:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 59-48 lead, and it will be a full timeout. So we'll take it with them, be right back here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Everybody. He'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
But I would just go over some things of what we do. And you can pretty much kind of, as we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Maddie Belcher, I'm Maris Lowry. And Maddie, got 7:06 remaining in the ball game. And Tech's lead at one point, the biggest lead they had was by 20. And Alice Lloyd has cut the lead and they got as close as 4. Now the lead up to 59-48.
Yeah, Tech has definitely done, a good job in the last, few minutes of the last quarter. They got their lead back up to double digits, and I think if you're Alice Lloyd, you definitely want to use your momentum to try to cut that lead a little bit more.
They get the ball inside. Here's a little short shot, mid-range shot that won't go. That shot is put up by Alexis Sexton. And here's Alice Lloyd with the chance to cut into that lead again. And work the ball around the horn. Moore has it now, 20 to shoot. Moore will dial it up for 3, and it's good. What a good-looking shot. And Moore gets the Tech lead now to single digits as it's a turnover. Here's Moore with it. There's a drive into the lane. A little short shot is good. Nice short shot by Katie Jo Moore. And a little mini 5-0 run there, and Alice Lloyd has cut the lead to 6. Like I said, the closest they've been has been 4. Here's a 15-footer is short, but an offensive rebound is Sexton left it short, and on the offensive rebound, Kennedy Hancock will draw the foul.
And if you're Alice Lloyd, that's exactly what you want to do is get stops and then, little by little work away at that deficit.
So Brown will check back in for Tech. Stewart also back in for Tech. Cowan will check back in for Alice Lloyd. And Harville will also check in for Alice Lloyd. 20 to shoot. Brown trying to find somebody open. And here's Liz Cadle with it, with 17 to shoot. Cadle around the screen. Stewart with it, 10 to shoot. Boy, and I tell you what, Maddie, with 6 to shoot, Tech got bailed out because when you get down that deep in the clock, you don't want to foul because it looked like Tech was going to be forced to take a real difficult shot.
Yeah, that's definitely – I feel like that'd be a really hard shot to take. But I think that was a good call by the referee.
Yeah, no question it was a foul. But like I said, if you're Alice Lloyd, man, you hate to give up that foul because now you get a new clock. 15 to shoot now for Tech. Cadle with it over to Stewart. And they're going to throw the ball right to Maddie.
I'll take it.
Yes. So, Maddie, this is really being involved in the game, isn't it? The ball came right to you, didn't it? All right, so on the turnover, and you got to think right now, Maddie, with 5:40 left here in regulation, Alice Lloyd, this is a chance where they can really make their run. Harville thought about the three. Puts the ball on the deck and will drive to the basket and draw the foul. That's a nice move by Kennedy Harville as she faked the three, and then she had a driving lane and off the deck, gets to the rim and draws the foul. So here's a chance for Alice Lloyd to cut into the lead with the clock stop as Harville's first free throw is good. Like I said, the close as Alice Lloyd has been when they were down 20 has been 4, and if Harville can make this, and she does, she's trimmed the lead to 4 again. So 59-55 the lead. Lucas back into the ball game. As Tech gets the ball into Cadle, 5.5 remaining. And they turn it over. Harville knocks it down, and now Alice Lloyd is within 2. They were down as many as 20 here in the second half. And now here's Alice Lloyd on another turnover, Maddie, a chance to either tie or take the lead as Campbell goes to the basket and she turns it over.
Yeah, Harville hit some big shots in the last, few seconds, actually.
So I'll be honest with you, Maddie, when it was 45-25, I never thought with 5:13 left in the game it'd be like a two-point game. Here's Brown with it.
Well, that's exactly like you say, don't count out a game until it's over.
That's why they play 4 quarters, 2 halves, right? Stewart, a 3. That's not even close. And here's Alice Lloyd, Maddie. They can tie with a 2. They can take the lead with a 3. And they have never led in this game. But they can do it on this offensive possession. 20 to shoot. They've been very patient. They fought their way back in it. And here's Moore on the drive, tacks the basket, lays it up and in, and we're tied. Wow, that's an 11-0 run to tie the game. Tech led by as many as 20 here in the second half, and now we're even. Stewart will shoot to regain the lead. It doesn't go, and Moore comes out of there with a rebound. And here's a chance for the Eagles. There's a foul, and they call an offensive foul, and Moore can't believe it.
I don't even know if I can believe it.
Yeah,
that just went so quick.
Well, Maddie, quite frankly, I was really shocked that they called an offensive foul.
I was too.
With 4:16 and their coaches over there, he's saying the same thing. 4:16 remaining in regulation. I didn't think I'd be saying that in regulation. We're all tied at 59, and we'll keep it here for the moment. But, wow, what a chain of events. As Alice Lloyd has never led in this game. Tech scored the first 7 points. They led 19-9 at the end of the quarter. They led 36-25 at the break. They led by 20 at one point, 45-25. And Alice Lloyd, Maddie, just kept chipping away. It was 52-45 at the end of the third quarter. And now here in this fourth quarter, Alice Lloyd has come all the way back to tie the game at 59.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Alice Lloyd, you've definitely worked. You never gave up to, get this close to the game as, this is as close as it's been this whole time. And like you say, what do you say? That's why a game has two halves
and 4 quarters. That's why, as you take a look right now, the shooting, Alice Lloyd has made 21 of 53 from the floor, 6 of 22 downtown, 11 of 16 at the line. Tech, 23 of 58. Tech's made 2 more field goals and 5 more attempts. 6 of 17, so they both have made 6 3 balls, and Tech 7 of 9 at the line, and 4 more free throws made by Alice Lloyd. But Tech will have possession and try to regain the lead as we're all even at 59 as we come down here to the final 4 minutes of regulation. 20 to shoot, ball's knocked out of bounds. Moore able to get her hand on it.
And, I mean, if you're Tech, you definitely want to be careful with the ball. Every possession matters. I mean, every possession always matters, but especially now more than ever, and you don't want to, turn it over, throw the ball away.
Right, you got to be strong with the ball, and here's Brown with it. He'll set a play out of that timeout, 15 to shoot. Brown turns the corner. Brown, a little scoop shot, and can't get it to go, and it's ran down by Cowan. And now, once again, Alice Lloyd with an opportunity to grab their first lead of the game here with 3:48 left. Cowan inside the three-point line, thought she was going to take it. Harville on the spin, lost control of the ball, put it back up. It won't go, and Malafula will come down there with the rebound. So Alice Lloyd's had a couple chances to get their first lead, and Alafula puts it up and in, and she's fouled. Manny Alafula, and Tech regains the lead. What a sensational play that was.
Yeah, that was a great take by Amafula.
So Amafula trying to polish off a three-point play, and she does. The lead is 3. Alice Lloyd has never led. Still got plenty of time in it, a lot of possessions left. Here's a bounce pass. Cowan down low, puts up the shot, it won't go. And Hancock with the rebound. Stewart, 2-on-2. A lot of contact. What do we got? An offensive foul. It's an offensive foul on Tech, and that'll go against Avery Lucas. So coming up here on the final 3 minutes, 1 possession game, a 3-point lead, and a timeout is taken, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. But this has been really a very exciting, entertaining game, Maddie.
Yeah, this has been a fun game to watch, especially with it being so close now. I mean, that was a big play by Amafula.
Honestly, when it got to 45-25, you're like, yeah, 20 points. And that was early in the third quarter. And with Tech having the kind of year that they've had, by having a record of 2-21, you got to feel that really, I guess maybe no lead was safe because of how their record has been, but they haven't panicked, and they've yet to give up the lead, and they lead by 3 now, and now it comes down, can you get stops? You got to be able to get stops, and Alice Lloyd here with an opportunity. They can tie with a 3, or they can cut it within 1. If they can score 2, let's see what they'll cook up out of the timeout. They've got 24 on the shot clock, 3:04 for the game. And Harville will inbound it side out. Ball comes into Barrett. 19 to shoot. Moore into the lane. And what do we got? We got a Tech foul, and they're over the limit, and that's free throw time. So that'll be Katie Jo Moore that will get to the free throw line to shoot 2. And now from this point on, Maddie, with 2:55 left in regulation, both teams are now over the limit. Shot by Moore is good.
And that's really important to remember, going forward the last 3 minutes of this game, only being down by 2.
And now
foul,
only down by 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So Alice Lloyd down by 1. They've tied it. They're now down by 1. They've never led in this game. Tech trying to hold on and try to win their second in a row after breaking an 18-game losing streak over the weekend. 18 to shoot, and got a timeout for Tech. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as agent at Allstate. Also, the game is also brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know who to call until you need a plumber. Who are you going to call? You're not going to call Ghostbusters. You're going to call Modley's at 304-253-HELP. By the way, Maddie, just I know how you like music and movies. Ghostbuster, if you realize that movie is now 41 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
So who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters?
Or are you going to call Modley's, right? And you can remember that number, 304-253-HELP. All right, out of the timeout, Tech will have it. 2:41 left in regulation, and Tech hanging on a 1-point lead. Tech scored the first 7 points of the game, and they've led the entire way. It's been tied a couple of times. And the ball comes into Sexton. They cut her off, and she lost control of the ball. Here's Brown with it now, 10 to shoot. Sexton will dial up a 3. That's not going to be nowhere close. And I knew the minute that ball left her hand, that wasn't going in.
Yeah, I think it was a little rushed.
Yes.
Bit of a rush shot.
And that's why you don't want to get too deep in the clock. Because if you run the clock down too far and you get too deep, that's what happens, Maddie. You have to rush the shot.
Right.
20 to shoot. Harville will dial it up, shoots for the lead, and it's good! Right down the chute. And for the first time, Alice Lloyd has the lead with 2:10 left here in regulation as Harville delivers a 3-ball. And now after blowing a 20-point lead here now, Maddie, if you're Tech, you can't panic. You got to make sure you get a good shot. 14 on the clock. Brown into the lane. It won't go. And getting the rebound is Stewart. Stewart on the move. Stewart throws it up, and what do we got? Should have a foul. There was a lot of contact. They're going to call traveling.
Wow.
Wow. Alice Lloyd, they can't believe that.
Yeah. That was a lot of contact.
I think Tech got a break. We watched the replay. Watch the replay right here. There's boom on the contact. That should have been a foul on Tech.
I think so, too.
You know, we don't have a dog in the fight. We are here in Beckley. We do cover Tech, but at the same time, the video doesn't lie, does it, Maddie? that should have been a foul. And the officials have done a good job, but on that one, I think Tech got a break. Here's a drive, and there's going to be a foul, and that will get Avery Lucas to the line with a chance to tie the game with 1.5 minutes remaining in it. So Avery Lucas will shoot a pair. Both teams over the limit. First free throw is no good. But Alice Lloyd has come all the way back from being down 20 to take a 2-point lead. Their first lead of the ball game. Second free throw is good, so 1 of 2 made. And Alice Lloyd with a ball and a 1-point lead. And what do we got? I'm not sure what we got. They're going to have to substitute. The young lady over there, Bailey Stewart, ran to the sideline.
I think she's got maybe a nosebleed.
Yeah, and she had to run to the sideline, so now they will bring in Shelby Stewart. And now here is Alice Lloyd with it. The final 1:24 in regulation. Harville, 3-ball on its way. Good! Back-to-back threes as Harville is delivered, and now it's a 4-point lead for Alice Lloyd. Well, that was a dagger right there.
Yeah.
With 1:08 left in regulation. Wow. Kennedy Harville, she hit the 3-ball that gave the Alice Lloyd their first lead, and now she hits a dagger with that shot.
Yeah, Kennedy Harville's hit some pretty big shots in this quarter.
Tech is stunned. Coming up on the final minute of the ball game. Here's Brown with it, and Tech cannot hang on to the ball, and they turn it over. And what was a 20-point lead, and now looks like Tech's going to let this slip away from them. And we got a timeout, a 30-second timeout with 48.4 remaining in the game. And Alice Lloyd, Maddie, was down by as many as 20 points, 45-25. They've come all the way back now to take a 67-63 lead with 48.4 left.
Yeah, Alice Lloyd has definitely, climbed their way up that lead that Tech had on them. Now to be up by 4 points, and like you said, if Tech doesn't, get some stops and take care of the ball, not throw it away, this game might slip away from them.
Both teams are over the limit, so any foul will put the other team at the line. But Tech has virtually led the entire way till here the last couple of minutes. Tech scored the first 7. They led 19-9 at the quarter, 36-25 at the break, 52-45 at the end of 3. And at one point they had a 20-point lead in this game, and Alice Lloyd has come all the way back to take a 4-point lead, 67-63 with 48.4 left in it. This would be a devastating loss for Tech.
Yes.
It would feel like they had lost 18 in a row all in one game. They get the ball down low. Cowan turns, shoots, puts it up and in. That might have been it. That takes the lead to 69-63. Right now it's a 10-2 run. With 31.7 seconds left in it. Tech, you almost got to think you got to have a 3 here, and they turn it over, and that might do it. And now there's a foul on Stewart, and she just pushes Barrett, and of course that's a frustration foul. Right. So Alice Lloyd, who was just 2-9 in road games, 9-14 overall and 4-8 in league play, are going to get one of their biggest wins of the season, as they've overcome a 20-point hole. And now not only become a 20-point hole, they have a chance to go up by 8.
Yeah, it's definitely, a much-deserved win.
So now you're looking from being down 20 to going up by 8 to outscoring them by 28 points. Amazing. What an amazing turnaround here as both free throws are made by Barrett. And there's a timeout on the floor by Tech. 26 seconds remaining in the ball game, 73-61. And we'll keep it here. We'll have a quick post-game show. Our crew's got to get out to Shady for the Shady Bluefield game. We will have a very, very quick wrap-up. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to go outside to get warm. It's freezing in this building.
It might be warmer outside.
That's what I said. I'm going to have to go outside to get warm. It's freezing in here. As we come down to the final 26 seconds. But if you're Tech, the kind of year they've had, Maddie, and with this loss, be 1-12 in league play, 2-22 overall. It just seems like that 18-game losing streak and the 22 losses all kind of this game here today is kind of like what their whole season has been, where they had this big lead, playing well, lived off the momentum from the win on Saturday, and then just coughed it up and gave it away here in the second half. And give Alice Lloyd credit.
Right. Yeah, Alice Lloyd has definitely, worked their way up in this game, and I think this will be a bitter loss for Tech, especially after their win
and here's
Saturday.
Campbell with the steal, and she'll go in and miss the layup as we come down to the final 18 seconds of the game. 3 ball is short, and they go down on the floor. What do we got? We got no foul. Now we got a fight. And Liz Cato actually hit Campbell in the face. And now they're going to have to separate them here in the final 10.6 seconds as the buildings got quiet. So now we're going to have to see. We're going to have maybe a double technical. But Liz Cato was definitely slapped Campbell right in the face as we got the replay here. And the referees might want to come. There's a shove by Cato, and then right here is a slap by Cato right to the face. So we'll see if the officials want to use our video, but we have it right here in the final 10.6 seconds. So the officials are meeting to see what they're going to do. But they may call, because I saw one official point to each Cato. They're going to come over here and look at the replay. And now we'll have the replay for the official to look at as we bring it up. And now there it is. And now he's got to look at – you might have to back that up, Nick. The official came to look at it, and we already ran it. Let's back it up, and they can see what happened. So the officials are checking it out. There's Liz Cato with a shove. So Cato definitely shoved and definitely slapped Campbell. There's no question. So Cato's going to be ejected from the game, Maddie. I don't think there's any question about that. And, cooler heads got to prevail. And I get it. It's a highly emotional game. As you can see the play, they both hit the deck on the rebound. And there's some talking and pushing and shoving as Cadle shoved Campbell and then slapped her as well. So the officials are checking out the video. So we got high drama here in the last 10 seconds of this one. And another thing, too, when you have a scuffle, you can't leave the bench area.
Right.
So the officials will sort it out. But Cadle definitely shoved Campbell and definitely slapped Campbell.
Yeah.
See, and you can see who's come off the bench. You can't do that. And I know that's your instinct. You want to go out
right.
and you want to help. You want to help you defend your teammate.
Yeah, I get that.
There's the initial play when they went to the floor. And of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, doing a great job as always, producing and directing. He lives for moments like this. When the referees want to know what's going on, Nick he's right there.
Saves the day.
He's got it. So the only thing I can tell you, and I was from not even, well, we went back and we watched the video, but watching it live, Liz Cadle definitely shoved. And I'm not saying I'm just telling you this is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she was the one that was at fault. I'm not saying she was in the wrong. Maybe she had good reason.
Not
but
saying she started it.
Yeah, I'm not saying she started. I'm just telling you what I saw live, and then as we looked at the replay.
Right.
You know, I'm not the official. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm just, people that watch it, they can determine what they think should happen on their own.
Right.
But I got to believe we're probably going to have a couple of ejections here, wouldn't you think?
I think so, especially, if girls left the bench.
Well, anyone that left the bench would be ejected.
Yeah.
And I would think that Liz Cadle would be ejected. I think Campbell will probably also be ejected.
Now it looks like the coach is getting heated up.
Well, the one thing about it, the video doesn't lie,
right.
And they were able to look at the video. Now, if you're Coach Osborne, you could argue the initial rebound when they both hit the floor, there was not a foul called. You can most definitely argue that. But so Liz Cadle is probably going to have to leave because Osborne and Brown came off the bench. So the ones that were involved in the altercation, that looks like Brown, Cadle, and one of the young ladies that came off the bench, Emily Sharkey. So Sharkey left the bench area. All three of those girls for Tech have been ejected. So that Sharkey, Brown, and Cadle have been tossed. Now let's see if anyone from Alice Lloyd will get tossed. But if you're Tech, you got to be really, really frustrated. You had a 20-point lead in this game. Excuse me, you were playing well.
I think number 12 is
Campbell. And
way
Campbell
out.
also is being tossed for Alice Lloyd. And I think the officials got it right. Of course, with the assistance of the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, they were able to look at the video, and they were able to determine that was the case. I think the officials did a good job, and now I guess there's a technical foul, and it'll be Harville. And she really came up with the big shot. She had 2 clutch threes, one to tie, one to give her the lead. And what's going to be amazing, Maddie, they were down by 20. And now they lead by 10.
Yeah.
So since they were down 45-25, they outscored them by 30 points. And now possession, and really if you're Alice Lloyd, you probably just need to throw the ball in the back and just run the timeout.
Yeah.
But they've outscored them by 30 points from after being down by 20 to being ahead by 10. And, they just need to dribble the timeout, and that's what their coach is saying. And what a huge victory this is going to be for Alice Lloyd, and what a gut-wrenching loss it'll be for Tech. Final score, Alice Lloyd 73, Tech 63. Alice Lloyd will now go to 10-14, 5-8 in league play. Tech will go to 2-22, 1-12 in league play. We'll take a quick break, come back, and have a quick wrap-up show coming up next year on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. We wrap things up. Final score 73-63 in this women's basketball game. Alice Lloyd, the victory over Tech. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. I need an ice cold Pepsi. Why, Maddie, you have the numbers.
So for Alice Lloyd, they had 59 attempted field goals. 24 of those they made. Tech made 24 out of 63. Of those, six made were... Oh, my gosh, 6 attempted out of 19. 6 made out of 19 attempted three-pointers. 8 made out of 24 attempted three-pointers for Alice Lloyd. Alice Lloyd had 17 made free throws out of 22, and WV Tech had 9 made out of 12 free throws. Alice Lloyd had 4 girls in double digits. That's Jamie Cowan with 12, Bailey Stewart with 12, Olivia Moore with 12, and Kennedy Harville with 12. And then WV Tech had 2 players in double digits. That's Cadence Stewart with 19 and Alexis Sexton with 16.
All right, that'll wrap it up here. Our crew's got to get to Shady, so we'll let them go. What a great job that Mr. Nick Eskins did producing and directing Camera Ball and Camera. For Maddie Belcher, I'm Maris Lowry repeating the final score. It was Alice Lloyd defeating WVU Tech 73-63 up in about an hour and some change, about 7:15. And Video Productions will have Bluefield at Shady with Bill O'Brien and Mark Montgomery. So once again, the final score 73-63. Alice Lloyd beats Tech. Good night, everybody.